and welcome back to the Frisian Experience Christmas Countdown. Day 7 is of course this incredibly handsome little horse, little Hannis. So he's got his visor on, you know, his Ray-Bans, because he is the coolest horse going. Alongside his Brave Boys Club badge. Are you going to show everyone your Brave Boys Club badge? Yeah? As you can see on his nose here, he also has his little Brave Boys Club badge, which was given to him by his #1 fan. She knows who she is. The rest of us will just have to settle for being his groupies. But being his groupies is still a very, very, very important part of being Hannis's little army of supporters, who you're all very, very grateful for, and they love you lots and lots and lots. Because thanks to all of you, Angel Eyes can still make many people's dreams come true and live a happy, vibrant life, because he's one happy, happy, happy little horsey. I still did Christmas in Cartmel this year, which was very, very special, because that we weren't entirely sure that he would be able to do it, to make many, many dreams and memories come true in the future. So he's just a blessing, and he's a real life angel on earth, hence one of his nicknames, Angel Eyes. And at the moment he's currently he likes to do this, he's a very, very mouthy little horse. Before we proceed, I obviously need to have a really, really terrible little serenade, because it won't be the Frisian Experience Advent Calendar without it.
Einsam vekt, nødes strand jeg heiligen bar, holde kneven logum har, slaf in himmlischer ro, o slaf in himmlischer ro.
Hello Hannis, are you showing everyone your beautiful little face? Thank you. So you might be wondering why I've just decided to sing a German song. And the only valid reason I have is because I learned it in primary school and I didn't have enough time to learn one in another language. And I thought if any of them are likely to be slightly Germanic, it would be Hannis, because if he was a person, I suspect he would be a very, very good looking German professional footballer. He'd be on the professional team. You might even do a Luis Suarez and bite other players if he got a bit angry at them, which is fair enough, you know, all is fair to win the beautiful game. He'd also have modelling and marketing campaigns with Adidas, maybe a collab with Gucci. And, you know, as you can see, he loves the camera more than me, so we're having to fight each other for it. Although this is Hannis's moment, so I should really allow him to star in his own show. And he'd spend the off-season on a topless beach in Marbella with about 3 girlfriends, sipping pina coladas, listening to the Pina Colada song. And speaking of songs, Hannis's official anthem is of course ABBA's Angel Eyes, due to his very, very angelic personality, as he is indeed an angel on earth, and he has made many, many, many dreams come true. And the little legacy that he's already creating for himself here is absolutely timeless. Not only is he Angel Eyes, who is an absolute hero and inspiration for all he has endured with his eye and his sarcoid, he is also a pioneer for a sanctuary scheme. He paved the way for all of the others. If it wasn't for this little guy, we wouldn't have our latest resident Nero, we wouldn't have had Obi, we wouldn't have Ice, we wouldn't have had Veebs, we wouldn't have had Micah, and we wouldn't have had, God rest her soul, Norche. Because it was all Hannis that started that. He literally paved the way. Not to mention, he left many, many, many of us, myself included, lifelong lasting memories that we will cherish forever, because he is one very, very, very special little horse. The reason why it needs to be a thank you is because if it wasn't for all of you, he might not still be here. He might not be by my side today, and that's not something I want to think about, let alone talk about. The only reason I'm laughing inappropriately there is because he's trying to bite my hand off. But it's very, very true, and it's only due to his army of supporters that he's able to continue being the very, very cheeky little man that we all know and love. Because Hannis especially, he's not just our horse, he's your horse too. And he loves lapping up the attention. This is far from the end of the journey for him, because sadly it's never going to be a case of curing it completely. It's just going to be being able to manage it in the best possible way.
He needs to have a knock done whereby
in January,
the eye socket will be made
he's going to have to go back to the vets, because and over the years here, there has been no job role that Hannis has not fulfilled. From making magical memories to partaking in our experience days to attending weddings and being featured in photo shoots, this little man really has done it all. And going back to him being at weddings, he didn't quite manage to upstage the bride, however, and Hannis still does weddings, so if you would like your husband to be upstaged, then invite this little man. Just look at him. Come on. He's basically like Ryan Gosling crossed with Leonardo DiCaprio when he was younger, George Clooney when he was younger, all of them combined. Hannis has done so many cool things this year, even with everything going on with his eye. He's been star of the show in our open days. He's done a couple of photo shoots, and it's so nice. As soon as we have something for him to do, like a photo shoot, he kind of gets this, this extra kind of spring in his step, kind of little smugness about him, because he knows he's the star of the show. He knows the camera's there for him, and he knows that he looks absolutely incredible, and he also loves being the centre of attention. As for Hannis's personality as a horse, he's quite a high energy little guy. He likes to do everything at full speed if possible. Like sometimes, like even bringing them up the road, like the other side. I can't be bothered to walk on this hill. Whereas Hannis is like, right, come on, we're going. And in true Germanic style, he absolutely powers up the hill every single time. As for his personality as a horse, Hannis is quite a high energy little guy, and he puts his heart and soul into absolutely everything that he does. There's never been a training session where he hasn't tried his best, because that's just who he is. And he's a horse that loves to do, and he loves just to be part of everything and do whatever he can. And in the last year, he's also been allowed freedom privileges, very well deserved, I might add. I mean, we do have to be a bit careful, because sometimes he does start running around everywhere, and we have to, have words and remind him that that's not perhaps appropriate behaviour in the workplace, because there are slower moving animals around. But he is just an absolute delight in every aspect of his being. This little horse, he really is magic in equine form, hence why his colour is silver. He's silver because he is just absolutely incredible. Not to mention, he's one incredibly handsome silver-tongued devil. And I know I've said thank you so many times in this video, but on behalf of Hannis and everyone here at the Frisian Experience, we cannot thank everyone who has supported and followed this little horse's journey enough, because it's only due to all of you that he still stood next to me right now. And I know that we're so lucky going forward with him, because we've got so many people that are going to continue to help us fight for him and give him the best possible life going forward, and help him to make dreams come true, because making dreams come true is exactly what our horses do.